welcome to our channel. Freya and Ashley here. It has been a while. It is June 1st, 2022, and I was coming outside to check on the garden. It's a beautiful day, overcasted, a little bit sprinkly, and I was going outside to check on the garden and thought, you know what? Let's bring our camera with us. First, I gotta go feed the chickens, so we'll be right back, huh? I'm gonna go give this to the chicken. Okay, let's go see the garden. All right, so first we have this little area off of the kitchen. I'm gonna use this as like my protege eventually, but right now it's honestly just kind of full of flowers. There are herbs in it too, but I had this poppy seed come up that I was so excited about. Sorry, I'm like out of breath already because I'm out of shape. But anyways, so yeah, this is a poppy. I watched a garden answer video and she said that she didn't say, but she basically took her poppy seeds this winter and sprinkled them around where she wanted them and said that they would overwinter and then come up on their own. So I did that. I came out, I spread all these seeds when we had probably like a good 2 inches of snow, and I actually had quite a few pop up. This one's the only one giving me flowers right now, and I'm in heaven. They're so pretty. I didn't really have any luck last year when I tried to start them from seed because they do have to, I think it's called cold stratification maybe. I could be fibbing, but yeah, so I decided to try that method. Super simple, and I actually got some from it, so I was super excited about that. But yeah, like I was saying, this I'm gonna make into a protege garden, or it is my protege, but there's a lot more flowers in it right now than really like things to eat. I do have some cherry tomatoes that are coming up right here. I don't think I'm going to keep them all, but I'm thinking I might try to transplant some of them, which is why I haven't picked any yet, or thinned them, I guess is probably the right word. And then I have a tomato over there. I'm not sure what type it is. And then basil seeds are all sprouting. I had a basil plant here in the corner last year, and then amaranth. And then I have sage and lamb's ear in here, and then strawberry in a pot. You playing? I'm gonna leave you over here, okay? Mama's gonna go to the garden. So this garden, I think we're on year 3 right now. Yeah, I think, no, I know, we're on year 3. We did more expanding this year, and then we also did a few raised beds this year as well, so I'm very excited because it's starting to take shape. We're planning on adding on every single year, and even just from last year, it looks so different. So it's exciting. But very first thing, we did this raised bed right here, totally out of pallets. It was free except for the screws that we got. And then I already had the lining that's inside to hold the dirt there. But this raised bed is full of tomatoes and radishes. There's a few radishes too. Last year, basically, we just tilled and planted straight into the ground that we tilled and didn't do anything else. So it was just open ground, ton of weeds formed. It was a chore. So this year, I decided to lay down a weed barrier. It's not my favorite. I don't know that we'll do it next year, but it was just something we wanted to try out this year. So in these 2 rows that we just have the weed barrier down, I have watermelon growing and squash. I can't remember which is which, but they may be backwards. This may be watermelon, that might be squash. But this next row is all the peppers that we planted this year, and then I also put okra in this bed as well. We have a lot of peppers. I think we ended up with 10, and then I planted 10 okra, but only 7 or 8 came up this year. And then this back bed, We also did brick. Oh, we did brick around this one as well. But there are beans, tomatoes. I had a couple extra tomatoes, and then I did a loofah plant, which I'm almost positive it's gonna get like massive, so it may not work here, but I saw it at the farmer's market. I wanted to just see what happened, so I got it, I put it in, but they get pretty big, so I don't think that's enough space for it, but we'll see. And then on the corner over here we've got the berries. So raspberries here, they've shot off a ton of new little sprouts. So last year it was just this one and this big one, and then this year there are a ton of little shoots that came off of it. I was so excited. I think there's almost like 7 new shoots in here. And then next, the strawberry patch. I'm hoping it overtakes this entire area. That's the goal. Oh, I see a strawberry. Okay, in just a second I'm going to show you something really cute, but Freya's over there playing really well. I can see her, so I'm not going to call her over here just yet. Every day we come out and we look for strawberries, and so it's like her new thing. She runs over here as fast as she can to see if there's any, so I do see 1 or 2, so I'm going to wait and show you guys because it's the cutest thing ever. We have some thornless blackberries. These didn't put off anything last year. We planted them last year, and there are a lot of blooms this year, so I'm really excited about that. And with all the berries, we're hoping that they expand. We have a line, our aerobic line, on the far side over here. So basically I'm going to allow the berries to take over basically from here as far to the aerobic line, maybe like a foot or 2 off of that as they want, and have big patches. That's kind of the plan. And then down on the corner over here we have 3 blueberry trees, or bushes, they're not trees, 3 blueberry bushes. 2 of them were planted last year, and then I got a lemonade one this year at Lowe's, and I thought it looked really fun, so we got it because it puts off like pink berries. I don't really have any fruit on those. So these are the beds, and then the corner here are the berries. And then coming over this way, we have a line of asparagus that we've done. So I don't know if you can even see very well, but these 3, 1, 2, 3, were all planted last year. So we're still not really able to pick off of them. And then I got a bunch in the ground, probably about 13, 14 feet that way. And let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming up there. I know I have a few that didn't end up coming up. So we'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, as long as those all survive. I'm gonna go check on Freya really quick. Hold on. Hey! Are you coming over here? Hey! Guess what I see? There's some strawberries. Oh! There's some strawberries! Hurry, run! Freya! Uh-oh. Come on, there's strawberries. Come look. Hurry. Do you see any?
Yeah.
Do you see one? Mama, get it for you. It's not fully ripe, but you want it? Oh, I picked off a couple. You want that? There you go. Over on the side of the garden, this is where we kind of expanded a whole bunch. So basically we had all these beds last year. We even had this area that we had dug up and planted a few things in last year, but it's on a hill, so it's got really bad runoff, and it exposed a bunch of rocks. And so my husband and I are trying to figure out how to create like a little rock wall. I'm not even sure, but we need to have a better thing in place to hold the soil, so that things can grow in good soil. Over here I've got a chamomile patch. I just gave her a haircut yesterday. She was huge, coming over the sides. Over all the sides, and then there were too many flowers. I couldn't keep up. So if you let them go to seed, that kind of is a message to the plant to stop producing flowers and that it's done its job. You can basically die. So I decided to chop the top off because I know I wouldn't be able to pick through them all. And a lot of them have gotten to the point where, or had gotten to the point that they were a little too far gone. So I decided the best thing to do, too far gone to use for tea. So to save some time, I literally just took scissors to them and just did it as fast as I could. My mom had Freya, and I picked as many as I could, but I didn't even make a dent. So while she had Freya, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna have to cut these all off because I still want it to produce, and I still want chamomile. I just didn't need that much in the moment. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but it's what I did, and we'll see how it works. I do see a lot of new blooms coming on it. I don't know if you guys can see the new little blooms. So I think it will be fine, but this is basically the chamomile patch. So every year I'm gonna just let it reseed and let it have this whole little spot. Did you find a kitty? It's starting to sprinkle and Freya has gotten distracted and is now out here by me. So seriously, I've got to go fast. It's hard with the baby. It's really hard. So I have a sunflower here. This one is totally volunteer. I had a lot of volunteer sunflowers this year and I just let them be. And this one grew massive. Okay, wait, I see a bug on here. I have to show you guys. Do you see that little bug under the leaf there? I noticed those bugs probably 2 weeks ago. Didn't know what they were, but they were on my peppers and my amaranth, which had a lot of spots taken out of it and a lot of damage, like this one does too, a lot of leaf damage. So I thought they were bad. I was squirting them off with the hose. I didn't ever kill any. I literally was just squirting them off whenever I was watering. And I decided to look last night to see what they are. Apparently they're assassin bugs. It sounds like they've got a pretty good bite on them, so you don't want to mess with them or anything, but it sounds like they're beneficial for the garden. Another thing I've seen a ton of this year, which we did not have any of last year, are ladybugs. They love the chamomile, all over the chamomile, and they've also spread out to like the peppers. I just saw one crawling on the sunflower, so I was so excited to see all the ladybugs because those are also beneficial in the garden. But this assassin bug, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a squash bug. Like I said, it was on a lot of the plants that had damage on them, like something had been eating them. But after looking into it, it looks like they actually, the reason I looked into it is because yesterday I saw two that were, it looked like they were eating squash bugs. And we had a real issue with squash bugs last year. So when I saw them eating the squash bug, I was like, wait a second. Sorry, there's one. They may not be bad. So I went in and I looked, and sure enough, it was eating the squash bug, which I'm so happy about because last year all my squash got destroyed. But over here, I planted sweet pea flowers, and there's cucumber interlaced with them. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what I'm going with. Eventually, I think I'm gonna have to choose between the cucumber or the sweet pea flower. Obviously, the cucumber will win out because it's food, but the sweet pea is not really taking off as fast as I thought it was going to. I planted it like, I think in March. So that's everything I have over here. This is the amaranth. I have a lot of amaranth. And a little kitty. Hi, Luna. Uh-oh, I see another one. Amaranth is doing great. It is up to my hip. So, very excited about that. We had one really massive one that grew last year out of a few, and this year I have a lot of really big ones, so I'm excited about that. I wanted to do more cut flowers this year, so I've got baby's breath that I planted. I have some volunteer zinnias that are in this bed that like are coming through the brick. I'm honestly just gonna leave them because I don't care, and it kind of helps keep the weeds out of the brick. But baby's breath, I've got onion all over here that is not ready just yet. So still cooking. And then basil. I've got some lettuce over here, volunteer sunflowers. I'm just letting go. My spinach went to seed. I need to get those out pretty quick. Hey, it's starting to rain. Hey, come here. Say, what are you doing, Luna? She giving herself a bath. She is? Okay, come on. Let's go show the flowers. Can you show us where the flowers are? And then all 4 of these beds are new. But over here, we've got dahlias. Look at this dahlia. It really doesn't look great. I thought it would look better. Oh, look. There's one of those assassin bugs. Do they jump? Looks like it's gonna jump at me. And then snapdragons are here. I got those in kind of late, I think, so they're still very small, but we have a pretty long growing season. So, and then I planted a lot of zinnias. I've got 2 beds of zinnias. I have a fig tree that I thought died. It's coming back, so that's a win. I thought it was gone. All right, so we've got the dahlia snapdragon bed, 2 zinnia beds, and then the 4th one is bachelor buttons and cosmos, which are so pretty. The cosmos last year got so big. I loved them, and I put them in with my tomatoes, and I felt like they ended up competing. So this year, I wanted to make sure they had plenty of room to do their thing, give the tomatoes plenty of room. That is something I kind of learned from last year. I didn't really plant according to like the directions. I kind of like was squishing things together because I didn't have very many beds and I was trying to grow as much as I could. You just never know in this day and age like what's happening. So every growing season I feel like I want to just grow as much as I can. And you guys may be feeling that way now too. Granted, if you have a garden, if you don't have a garden, you're growing on your deck in an apartment, you know, just whatever. I feel like there's just that urgency. But yeah, whether or not you feel that urgency, you know, everyone is a little bit different in how they feel about the current situation. But anyways, so yeah, bachelor buttons and cosmos are over here. Along the fence line and the front of the property, we have like 6 or 7 grapes planted, and then the back of the house is a new little patch I dug up with the tractor a couple weeks ago and then tilled it the best I could. There's still a lot of weeds, but I did barley and corn down there and squash and watermelon. Nothing looks like it's coming up right now. I planted it like literally a day before we had like 3 days straight of rain. So I do still have sweet potatoes I need to put into the ground like now. So I'm thinking I'm gonna end up putting them down there to grow because nothing is coming out of that bed. But we're learning. Every single year we just learn, try to, you know, encourage the soil to get better. That's all you can do. So that is my garden for this year. Very first video of Garden 2022. It's exciting time. I love growing season. It's a lot of work. But we're gonna call it. It is starting to rain. It has been the most beautiful day. We've got some rain moving in, and I need to go check on the baby goats. I can hear them yelling because they're all weaning and they just want their mamas. So we're gonna go check on goats, and thank you guys for watching the video. See you guys next time. Bye.